Hello friends, welcome to Techpedia. In this video, we are going to make an analog clock by using Python programming language. Yes, trust me, I am here to help you each line of code which we are going to write in this program. So before we get into the video, I have a small request for you friends. So if you really think this video is useful for you, don't forget to like and subscribe our channel and share it with your family members. And if you are new to our channel, please watch our complete videos, and if you think it is useful for you, please help me with the subscribe. Without any further delay, let's get started now. Welcome back. In this task, we are going to divide this particular program or a task into different sections so that you can able to understand what exactly we are writing here. So first thing first, I'm going to import the modules which we will use in this particular programming task. So let's import that module first. So to import the module, we need to use a keyword called import. So the module name is tkinter, tkinter, or you can also call it as a kinter. It's up to your wish, and I just want to give an alternative name for this module tkinter. By using that, I will use that particular module in the program in the future. So I'm just give the name cl clock. So whenever I want to use this module, I don't want to use a complete name kinter. I can just use the cl. Okay, now we have successfully imported the module cl. The next thing is we need to create a window for that. So in that window, we would like to use our analog clock to make it actionable. So I would like to take another variable which is window. So in this particular variable, by using the module name cl, I just want to call a function. This function is available in the module tkinter. Just use that function. The function name is tk. That's it. So when you do this process, for example, let's complete this task. So when you call this function, it will allow you to create a complete a window for you to make your actions in the future. So to see the output of this particular function, let's call the one of the function which is also available in the module tkinter. So use window dot, the function name is main loop. So just save this file automatically and run the program and see what exactly the window which will be created. So this is the window. When you call this function tk, automatically this module will allocate you to create this particular window. It seems it is a very little size, and we will make this window size little bigger for that. So but along with that, we just want to provide the name of the window as well. Let's do that. Close this window. So to give the name of the window, we need to use another function which is called title. So window, okay, window dot, the function name is title, title. So here we need to provide the title name, or I'm just giving the name analog clock. Okay, and also we'll make this window size a little bigger, and for that we also need to use one of the function which is available in the module. So let's call that function window dot, the function name is geometry. By using this geometry function, you can make our window size bigger. So provide the arguments into that. I would like to change this size into 400 into 400. That is better. So let's run this program and see how this will be. All right, so now we have 400 into 400 size of the window. Here in this particular window, we are going to use our analog clock creation and everything. Okay, for now let's close this. Everything is good. Now our next step is to, I just want to make this window background color and everything I want to change. So to do that, let's take another variable canvas. I'm just taking another variable canvas. You can take anything whatever you want, that's not any problem. So let's take another variable canvas. In this, I'm going to call one of the function which is available in the same module, that is function name is canvas. So use the module name dot canvas. By using this canvas, we can make changes in the background color and everything whatever we want. So here just provide the width equal to 400, height equal to 400, and background color as well. I just want to make this background color as black. So just type black. Okay, now we successfully done. So to do this, we just provide the arguments to this function, but we did still not yet completed, and we still not apply this properties into the window. To apply these properties into the window, you need to use another function. So let's try that. Just what you want to do, just type the variable name that we have stored here, canvas, using canvas dot pack. So when you do this, it will implement all your height and width and black and all these properties to your window. Let's run the program and see the status how it will be. I have already run that. Something like here, pack blsack something, what's the error? See, I mistyped here. It's a width. Okay, now save and run the program once again. Now you can see the window size, now it's completely black. This is what I need. Now close this window. Our next target is, I just want to import an image into this window. So that is my next target. So let's do that. For that, I would like to take another variable. I just took a variable name bg, and you can take whatever you want. So I took the variable name bg. So by using the same tkinter module name cl dot, we need to use, there is a function called photo image. This is the function which will use to upload an image to your program. So upon that, here there is a one argument you need to provide, that it's a file. Into this you need to supply the path of your image where you have saved. So I have an image which is available here. You can see the image, it's look like this. So this particular image I'm going to use in the task, and this image is saved under D drive Python projects. I need to use this image. Okay, let's copy that. .png. Okay, I need the complete path of this image. Now go to and paste here. Now we successfully import the, we just import the image. Remember, we just import the image, but still we cannot apply this effect into the window. So when you run the program now, it will still not affect to your window. Let's see that. See, there is no image yet. Now we need to apply this image into the window. To do that, we need to use another thing here. So now we are going to apply this. Now use canvas variable which we used earlier, canvas dot. There is another function which will use to apply this image into your window background. The function name is create image. We need to use this create image, and I just want to put this image in the center of, let's once again, center of my window. So to do that, so what is the size of our the window? It's a 400 and 400. So the middle of this 400 is 200 and 200. So let's provide that arguments here. So under 200 and 200 size, let's put this image, and along with that, what we need to do, image. There is another image. There's another the parameter we need to pass. So in this particular image attributes, we need to use the bg of variable where your image is currently saved. Just give that name. Now if you run this command, let's see how this will be done. Let's run the program now. Let's see the output. Now you can see here, now we successfully import our image into the window background. Now we have successfully completed this task. Our next task is to create lines. What is the lines? So we have seconds hands line, minutes hand, and hours hand. We need to create those lines from the center of origin, from here to here, here, and based on the length we can specify that. So let's do that first. Okay, let's minimize that. Now for that, I would like to take some few another variables. So for seconds, I would like to take seconds hand length, and also I have another variable needed, minutes hand length, and also for hours, let's take another variable hand length. So I need these three variables to create draw a lines of seconds, minute, and hour. So let's give the size of some variable value for that. So for seconds hand, I would like to give 90 size of that, and the minutes, it's a little bit small compared to seconds, it's approximately 80. For hour, it's very small, so we can give, one second, what is that, we can give approximately 60. So based on the size of mean the size of the lines, you can provide the values whatever you want. So by using these variables we can draw a lines for that. Now what we need to do, let's take another variable here, seconds. I'm going to create hands for the seconds now. Let's see. So I'm just taking the variable name seconds. Here I would like to use a function which is available in the module. By using that, we can create or draw a lines for seconds. So here what we need to do, use canvas dot, there is a function name called create line. Here you can see automatically it was populated, create line. So now we are going to create a lines from the middle of the origin. Let me show you the output from here to here, anything. I mean, you can mention the size, how much of size you want to create a line. So let's see how this will be done. The first parameters and second parameters we need to understand here. The first thing is we are going to provide two types of arguments, which means two types of coordinates. What is coordinates? So here we know, let's take this as x-axis and this is a y-axis. By default here in the center of the point, which is x-axis and y-axis is 0 0, but we don't know the size of at the second side of the line. Now let's declare that. What we need to do, we need to declare another few variables here for x-axis and y-axis. Let's take another variable center x-axis. Let's give it is 200, which is center, and I'll take another variable center y, which is also 200. This is center point of x-axis and y-axis values, coordinates of x and y. Now we will use these coordinates from here 200, 200, and we provided successfully first coordinates of x and y values. And from that particular point we need to create a line, which means I would like to create, and we need to add a 90 size of the line. So let's type 200 plus seconds hand, comma 200 plus seconds hand. Now width for this line equal to, let's give 1.5, that is okay, no problem. And fill with the color. What color we can choose? We can choose anything. For example, I would like to use red, that is better. So let's run the program and see what exactly we have done here. Now you can see from the center of this point we have drawn a line to 290 size of the line. From this is 200 and 200 first coordinates, and this is 290 290 second coordinate. Now you understand the right. So the first 200 200 is these coordinates, x and y coordinates, and this 200 plus 90 and 200 plus 90 is the second side of coordinates, right? Now we need to do the same process for minutes and as well for hours as well. Let's copy the same. We don't want to write each and every time. Just paste here for hours as well. Let's change the variable names and everything. So here we need to take minutes and the variable, okay, and also we want to change this minutes, okay, and here as well we just change wherever it is second, that's it. And for this minutes hand I would like to take the size is 2, and the color also we need to change. We'll take a white color, that is better, right? And this is also we need to change. This needs to be hours hand, okay. And now let's change this another arguments, which is hour, okay. And here as well you can see this is hours, not hour, HOURS, hours handling. And for width for this is let's give 4, and also size of this line you can also give white, right? So let's see how the output will be look like. Come on, great. Now you can see we have successfully create the seconds line, minutes line, and the hours line. Great, we have done a great job here, man. Now our next step is we need this particular we need this particular uh, action. I mean, we need this particular lines, minutes, hours, and seconds needs to be actionable in the real time. So for that, we need to use we need to extract and exact the time zone from the outside of the NTP server. Let's see how this will be done. Now let's go to here. Here I'm just going to create a function. To create a function, we need to use define, which is def. Here I'm just giving the name call for the function clock. Okay. Now, which means the function has defined. Here I'm going to extract the current time from the server. So to do that, we need to import a module here. Let's import a module which the name is time. So from this time module, we will extract the exact time details. Now let's see how it will be done. I'm going to take another variable hour here. So I'm going to store hour exact time into this hour table. So we need to use the time module name time dot, and we need to call a function which is available in the same module, which is strftime. So here we need to provide an arguments in the form of string, which is percentile I. So when you mention percentage I, it will extract the hours, 12 hours of information from the server. If you mention percentile H, it will take 24 hours. But in unlock, we do not have 24 hours. So we have only 12 hours. Then I took the I. So if you are trying to make a digital clock, you need to use H. Okay, let's do that. And also, okay, here you can see we are providing the arguments in the string format. We need to convert this string format into integer format to use this 12 hours of time. So for that, to convert the format, use the integer and close this window. Now we successfully convert the string format into the integer. And the same way, let's take for minute as well. Okay, I'm going to take another variable minute and int of, I'm directly converting from here time dot strftime, and here we need to provide the arguments in the form of string, which is percentile m, which means minute. Now the the last argument is second. So here the same thing we need to do. Seconds, let's convert the string to integer and use the function time dot strftime. Here provide the arguments in the form of string, which is capital S. When you do this, what happen? It will communicate with the, I mean, this str function will communicate with the module, and it will extract the exact and at the current time when we run the program, and those details will be stored in hours, minute, and seconds variable. Now we successfully done this part as well. Now this is the main important, friends. We need to do some mathematical calculations. Let's explain you some few information here. Here you can see we already know the center of the coordinates here. Let's consider this is x-axis and this is y-axis. For here the coordinates for x and y is 200 and 200, that we know. But when this seconds line moving around this particular 360 degrees, when this minutes line moving around this 360 degrees, when this hours line moving around this particular 360 degrees, we don't know the coordinates for each and every second, each and every minute, and each and every hour. So we need to calculate that coordinates, and we need to pass those coordinates from the center of the coordinates and as well as the second size of the coordinates. Then only we can make this as an actionable. To our next task is to calculate the second side of the coordinate for seconds, minute, and hour. For that, I have a built-in formula to calculate this one. Let's explain you that formula as well. So this is the formula. So by using this formula, we can calculate the second size of coordinates for minutes, for hours, for seconds. So here sine of radius of t equal to x by r. Now from this we need to extract the x value. X equal to sine of radius t. or into sine of radius t. So this is the x coordinate value function, I mean the formula. And here as well we need to change for that. Y equal to r into like this. So we have a very nice formula for x coordinate and y coordinate, and we need to use this formula to code our task. Now I would like to give another important information. In the standard form of coordinates system in the mathematical calculation, the x coordinates will be moving to right and the values will be increased, and the y values will be going to upward and values will be increased. But coming to the computer environment, this is a little different. But as usual for x coordinates in the computer system, the x value will be moved forward like to right side and the values will be increased. But in the y values will be downgraded with the negative values. So we need to make those values into positive. To do that, we need to make some adjustments in the formula. I'm going to add just -1 into that, so that it will add minus into minus equal to plus, which is positive values. Now I'm going to use these values into the program. So now here we need to understand what is the r value and what is the t value. The r value is exactly the value which we use and declare here. What? This is the r value. These are the r values, and the t values is the value which is extracting from the module name time. So let me show you to that as well. We use here the time module. This is the t value. So by implementing this coding, we can able to actionable of our live analog time. Okay, let's copy this information and paste it into program in the comment section so that you can able to understand. Okay, let's use that triple quotes as a function. Okay, now this is a function. Now by using this formula, we are going to calculate the second line of x and y coordinates. Let's do that. First I would like to do this for the seconds. So let's take another variable, second x. Here what I want to do, the first values are, what is the r value? As I mentioned here, this is r value. Use that r value. Okay, let's move a little bit forward, which is second hand what is this r value? Second hand length. Okay, second hand length into and what is the formula? What is second hand length? Into sine of math dot sine, in this math dot radius. Here we need to add the this particular t variable. The value of is seconds. Type seconds into 6. Let me explain you what is exactly the value 6. Center x. It seems we need to use math function. I mean automatically you can see the module also math is included. So let's go with that. Center x. Okay. Now let's see what is exactly the value for that. So what we need to do here, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. To complete a minute, the seconds line will take a 60 seconds. Let's consider this is total 360 degrees. To complete 360 degrees, the minute will be completed. Now, to know how many radius per second it will take to complete a minute. So, as it is 360 degrees by 60 seconds to complete a second, which means 360 by 60, which means it's a 6. 6 radius per second it will take to complete a minute. So that is the reason I took the 6 here. So now we added here. So here we have successfully completed creating a x value of coordinates. So okay, let's do the same process for minutes and hour as well. Okay, let's remove these comments into a little bit upside so that we can have all the code at the same time. Fine. Now let's move a little bit forward up. this. So we successfully create second line of coordinate for x. Let's do the same for y value. I'm going to take another variable y. Here what we need to do, so as for the formula, we need to use -1 to make the positive into second hand's length into math dot cos. Here we need to provide the actual time which we have received from the time module. Here we need to provide seconds into 6. So you understand, right, what exactly the 6, where it is coming from. Yeah, and also the origin center value, which is center x, center y. So let me explain you what exactly this particular math function is doing. Now we just converting the radians of the values into mathematical calculations. That's just, I'm not going to do any behind science of things here. Okay, now we successfully done this process. Now let's do this. Okay, we just missed something, math dot radians here. Okay, let's that add as well. Okay, now math dot radians. Here we need to provide the seconds variable into the 6 radians per second and plus the center of origin of y, which is center y. So we have successfully created for second line of coordinates for seconds x and y. Let's copy the same content and do this process for minutes and hour. Okay, let's change the data types as well. I mean the value for that. This is for minutes, and here we need to change minutes hand. Okay, and also in the middle this is a minute. Okay, it is a center x value, and here we need to change the variable name, which is minutes y coordinates, and here we need to change for the same minutes hands length into math cos math radians, and here as well minutes exact time which we got from the time module, and here this is for related to hours. Let's take hours variable and here change the hours hand or s. Okay, and change this radians value as well, which is hours, HOU, or exactly what we got there, and for y as well HOU or for y coordinates, and make changes here. Yes, check the details. It's a hours hand length. Okay, hours hand length, and radian seconds. Here we need to change the hours variable which we got from the time module. So, and one more thing, we need adjustment here. So here in hour we need to make some value changes. If you can see in this particular image how many hours we have, this completion we have total 12 hours. So to complete 12 hours around the 360 degrees, we need to provide 360 degrees by 12, which means 30. Okay, so to complete 360 degrees for hour, it will takes how many, this is something a mathematical calculation. To complete around the 360 degrees, it will take 12 hours. So 360 by 12, which is 30, we need to provide the value for 30 here to complete and to get the exact every hour second side of coordinates of hours x and hour y. This is important, don't forget that. Now we have successfully added that details. Now this is the most important thing, we need to make it is actionable for each and every second. So this particular function what we have defined in the above, this particular function needs to be called for every second so that we can get the exact time details. So for that what we need to do, we have another function called canvas dot after. This is the function which will call for the this function each and every second. So we need to provide the two parameters here. One parameter is how many of seconds you want to call this function. I would like to call this function for every 1000 milliseconds, which is 1 second. So for here I am also provide I just want to give the function name, which is live class. Okay, we don't want to provide the brackets here. Fine. So it will call this function for every time. So to call this function, we need to also add the function name directly outside of this function by using the function name live clock. So when this live clock is initiated, for every seconds what we have mentioned here, it will be activated this particular function, and this x-axis and y-axis of the second side of coordinates will be created, and this coordinate we need to pass it. We need to make sure that we need to pass these coordinates. For that, use the canvas dot coordinates is the function which is available in the same module tkinter. We need to pass these coordinates. So now what is this coordinates we need to pass? There are total 3 types of coordinates we need to pass. The first coordinate is the lines creation of the values, seconds hand, minutes hand, hour hand. Let's pass that. For seconds, seconds hand, comma. So another the coordinates is what is this, another coordinates here, center x and center y. So this is the center of the, this particular values of the center, this particular values of the coordinates of the values, which is center x and center y. Let's go to center x comma center y, and along with that the values which we got exactly second side of coordinates. Let's add that second x, okay, 1 second, type that second x comma second y. We need to pass the same values for the minute as well. Let's pass the same information, call canvas dot coordinates. Here pass the values, which is minutes hand, and center of x, center of y, and the values which we just got, minute x and minute y. Let's pass that as well, minute x comma minutes y. We have done this, and for hours also we have to do the same. Canvas dot coordinates and pass the values, which is hours hand comma center x comma center y, and the values which we got for hours, hour x and hour y. Now we successfully passed the coordinates for the second line. So let's see if there is any errors. Let's rectify it and complete this task. I hope everything is good now. Rerun the program and see the output. Now you can see the exact time we got. Man, damn, we have successfully completed this task. Here you can see that the time is 17:15, and here you can see 17:15 exactly the time we got. Alright, so that's it guys. I hope you understand this video. If you really like this particular video and the task and everything, don't forget to like and subscribe our channel, and let me help you with the subscribe if you are really new to this channel, so that I will try my level best to do more videos something like this. Until then, take care. Thank you so much.